It's so sad to go online and see people comment on other people's physiques saying that they're mid, when in reality, the physiques look unreal. They look crazy, they look amazing by everyday standards, by everyday people standards. But online, it looks mid. Online, it looks shit. Online, it looks terrible. And you see it all the time where people will be insecure about their body, about their physique, because they go online and they see guys in unbelievable shape, and therefore they think the physique that they built looks terrible, and in everyday life it's terrible. When in reality, their physique's amazing. And I want to use me as an example because every time I go out, pretty much every time I'm in better shape than most people. Other than in the gym, I'm normally in the best shape there. And my physique, if I post it online, would be considered mid in this modern day environment, this modern day place where everybody comments on each other's physique in comparison to the steroid heads and the people who are absolutely jacked out of their minds. So I would be considered mid. But in everyday life, I get compliments on it, and people view me in a good light and actually like me and ask questions about it. And the reason I'm speaking about this at the start of this video is because a lot of you will want to build a physique like you see online. And the reality is, you're probably not going to achieve a physique like you see online. You're not going to achieve the same body, the same look, because they are on steroids and because they have the best lighting, best angles, the best everything. That's why you're not going to achieve that physique. And it's just not possible for you to achieve a physique like that naturally. Therefore, when I say, can you achieve your dream physique has to be a realistic result that you can achieve. Now, can you be 250 pounds jacked and ripped? No. No, you can't. Of course not. You're going to have to take loads of PEDs. And that's a sad thing when you think about it. But the standard nowadays is you got to be over 200 pounds ripped and lean. And a lot of you aren't going to reach that. But can you reach a physique that looks amazing, that is lean, that has muscle, that looks good? Yes. Can you achieve a physique that gets compliments in everyday life, that you're confident in yourself and that stands out for everyone? Yes. Can't get a physique like that naturally. But you just need to move the goalposts on what you want to achieve naturally. You see too many people, they want to achieve this unbelievable physique. Like there's a guy I know who I used to work with, and he never trained a day in his life. He never trained in the gym a day in his life. Yet he was telling everyone, "Oh, I'm going to be a bodybuilder." He was about my height. He was about 6'1", and he weighed like 130 something pounds. And I weigh like 185 now, and I'm quite lean right now. And I was saying to him, I don't know if you're going to be able to put on that much muscle. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be 90 kilo ripped and lean. I'm going to do it in the next few years. And he basically achieved no progress because he set the standards too high. It is impossible to reach because he wanted to be an IFBB pro and all this stuff. And he was on about taking steroids and all this. But it wouldn't have even made much of a difference. If he got on steroids, he would probably look a bit better than me, which isn't even worth it when you think about the health repercussions of taking. Now, set a realistic standard to what you can achieve. Set a realistic physique that you can achieve and you can attain. That's the goal, man, because too many guys think that they got to achieve this unbelievable physique, and it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless you got 0.01% genetics. And some people do have them genetics that are insane. But over time, you can achieve a physique that looks really good. Just be realistic with where you want to go and what you want to achieve, especially in your body. In other areas, I'd say be ambitious, but your body is completely different because it is literally genetic and how much work you put in as well, and all these different areas, but it's largely genetic. Therefore, you're never going to achieve a physique like a Ron Coleman, even when he has naturally looked insane. You're never going to achieve a physique like that. And you just need to understand that. A lot of these influencers lie to you online. They're the top 0.01%. Therefore, they'll tell you, oh, yeah, I've achieved this physique, or I look sick, I look sick. I've done it naturally. But they're top 0.01% in the best lighting, using Photoshop, editing, all this stuff. So you can't even take anything from that, really, because it isn't real. It isn't real at all. Therefore, you can't take anything from it. It's perfect for them, perfect lighting, perfect everything. Now you got to be smart with what you choose to go towards. You can achieve an amazing physique, That gets you compliments, that gets you attraction, that makes you happy, that makes you proud of yourself. Because a lot of people think I've got a physique that is good genetics, and a lot of times that's because I go in the sauna and steaming after a pump, so I look a bit better. But to be honest, my genetics aren't up there with some of these people you see online. The amount of people you see who's jacked online, that looks insane. It's insane, really. When in reality, it's just not normal to look like that. Just keep your head screwed on with this. You can achieve an amazing physique, a lean physique, a muscular physique that looks amazing. And if you want guidance achieving that physique, shoot me a DM on Instagram, message me, transform. I can transform your physique.